All right, welcome back to the Study Prep Guys Business, everyone, or welcome officially to the Study Prep Guys Business. Today we'll be looking at May June 2023, Paper 2 for Office Administration General Proficiency. So we'll be answering question 1 to 2 today. Guys, I have heard a lot of complaints as it relates to the background music, so I will not be including that in this video. But it's nice to be back with you. This is a brand new channel. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us as we come along on this journey to success in whatever areas of business you want to succeed in. So, let's up with my yapping. Let's begin. So, for question one, it says good interpersonal relations and effective communication are important are important to the success of any organization. It says here state three benefits of maintaining good interpersonal relationships or relations within an organization. So, one of the benefits that it does derive is job security. So, let me just put that in. Job security is one of the benefits. So, job security, increase workflow. Since you don't have any problems with anyone in general, you don't have any problems with your employees, your employers, that makes the whole work process more easier, so the workflow is better. So you have job security because you're not displaying unethical behavior, unethical behavior, not unethical, because that word does not exist, but you're not displaying unethical behavior. So since you're not displaying unethical behavior, they will you have job security, they will not fire you. It another advantage is that it increases the chance of promotion. So it increases the chance of promotion. So a job security, it increases the workflow, and even increases work productivity in a lot of senses. Productivity. So it increases the work productivity. So yeah, that's about it. So it says here, if you could see here, right here, it says during a staff meeting while Juan was speaking, his supervisor used the hand gesture shown below. Suggests two ways in which this gesture could be interpreted. It could, when utilizing this hand gesture, it could either mean two things. It could be interpreted in a lot of different ways. But some of the ways it could be stop, because police officers usually use the thing stop, stop in the name of the law or something like that. Stop. So we could interpret it in that manner. It could mean stop whatever activities you are doing, or it could mean you're doing something incorrect. It could mean that you should not be doing something. Usually when people do this hand sign, because this hand sign is like hello, hi, but this hand sign is a whole different story. So it could it could mean it could be interpreted as in stop whatever activities you're doing, or it could mean just be quiet, because you have to look at the situation, right? During a staff meeting, while Juan was speaking, his supervisor used a hand gesture shown below. It could be to stop talking. For example, if you're in a business meeting and your supervisor pulls out this at you, it could only mean two things. It could only mean that you're definitely doing something wrong. If you're speaking and he just comes out and does this, it means that he wants you, or that supervisor, or in this case, Juan, wants you to be quiet. He doesn't want you to be talking. So number one, he doesn't want you to be talking. He wants you to be quiet. It could be interpreted in that sense. Or it could be interpreted as you're doing something blatantly incorrect in your statements. So that is something else that that could mean entirely. So it says here state three advantages of using multimedia presentation as a channel of communication. Multimedia communication branches, social media, telecommunication. These are channel of communication. So some advantage is that you have a larger audience. You have a larger audience. Um, it is a very it increases cohesion among members and colleagues. And you might be asking the question, how does it actually um, increase cohesion? Multimedia platforms could be social media. That is one. It has a lot of variety. But when we do have multimedia platforms, you know, is everyone has the date. Everyone could see what you're talking about. Everyone knows what's going on, and that increases the workflow also. So it increases cohesion. It it makes you, you know, to have a larger audience, because if you're speaking verbally through verbal communication, that is a very limited branch of communication. So it increases workflow, or should I say work productivity. Both of these terms could work. Work productivity or increased workflow. All of these, it's the same thing, but it's just structured in different set or different word, and I would like to say. So this is only worth 3 marks. You only state 3 points, three reasons why multimedia presentations as a channel of communication is effective, and that is it. You don't need to elaborate. If it was 6 marks, you would probably need to give a 2 to 3 sentence elaboration, but this is not the case. So we'll be stopping right there for now. I don't want to make it extremely long. So we'll take a stop right there. So let's look at this question, question D. Oh, we're still with third question one. It says the following conversation took place between two employees at Safety Supplies INC. It says, Mr. Maxwell, did you hear that Miss Bacchus, the HR clerk, applied for 2 weeks sick leave? I heard she actually went on a shopping trip in Miami. Miss Jolly. Oh, are you sure? But someone told me she is ill and went to Miami for medical treatment. Mr. Maxwell, I wonder who we could ask that would know the real story. No one that I asked knows, Mr. Jolly. Perhaps someone in HR would tell us. I will ask Lisa, the new girl. HR manager, colleagues, I overheard your conversation. I would like to meet you in my office immediately. Based on the scenario above, suggest 3 actions the HR manager should take when meeting with Mr. Maxwell and Miss Molly. So this is only worth 3 marks. You'll need to state your 3 points, your 3 reasons. So one thing that mistress, because they are arguing about this individual taking a sick leave, we have that in mind. We have that idea in mind. Stick that in your brains. Whenever you're asking these questions, you have to stick certain ideas in your brains while answering it, so that you don't go off course in any synthetical manners. So we have that in mind. She's sick. These two persons are talking bad about her. We like to say in the Caribbean language, they're bad talking her. So we have that in mind. So what are some actions the EHR could take in order to understand um, basically their one thing that the EHR should do immediately right off the bat is question their motives. Question their motives in order questions their motives in order to understand the situation better. So question their motives to understand the situation a bit better. So we have that in mind. Um, offer solutions to both parties. So offer solutions to both parties. You have to listen to both sides of the argument, and then probably make suggestions as it relates to the solution. But something that is very important is to understand to do as an HR is to listen to their concerns. Listen to their concern as it relates to issue as it relates to the issue. So these are just three things that they could do: offer solutions to both parties, listen to their concerns as it relates to the issue, question their motives in order to understand the situation better, question what is going on, what happened, all of these things. So that's that. Outline two strategies that the HR department could implement to improve employee relations at Safety Supplies INC. Group programs, work trips, more work trips. And this could be like, hanging out with your fellow employees, your fellow colleagues on the weekend. If the business could actually initiate some form of meeting where you guys just relax after a hard week of work or something like that, that could increase cohesion. Um you know Branching different departments also, like they making up different departments, so that could assist in that area. Group programs, every weekend you have a game night or something like that, some game, something wherein everyone from different departments could come together, and that could also increase cohesion in that manner also. So we'll take it at that right here. This is the fourth video on this channel, so please subscribe, hit the notification bell. See you guys later.